Hello, this is Ross Lombardi doing the next chapter of Sin Eater. The hits have been a little bit low and I nearly felt like folding, but if you want to hear more chapters, then spread the word and share the feed. So, Chapter 6, The Cost and Benefits of Different Types of Thickness. Because of the sheer shock of what had happened, it took a while for the Sin Eater to realise they was also not immune to the elements of natural wet and cold either. The rain was more than just a little chilly. His jaw ached from constant involuntary rattling. "What the flush?" he exclaimed to himself. What was such a big deal about the toilet roll that made them all want him dead so badly? How and in what way could he have possibly put a toilet roll in a toilet wrong? It seemed stupidly insane. What dumbass detail was he missing? He learned just from general listening to various conversations that there seemed to be two empires who constantly skirmished with each other, and that things were starting to escalate to the point of all-out war. One faction was the Sunites, the lovely people who had just tried to kill him, sometimes known as those who are over. The main rivals were the Satites, also known as those who are under. His mind, though devoid of any personal information, knew plenty of other facts about the universe. He knew there was plenty of wars over some pretty stupid reasons. He wondered why the two hated each other so much. It could be almost anything from something slightly silly like which way up a soft-boiled egg was served, up to and including truly ridiculous, absurd, invented reasons like mere skin shade. He was wondering what the very stupid reason for this war could turn out to be, and how the flush had any of that to do with toilet rolls and how they were placed in toilets was anyone's guess. Such thoughts could only distract him for so long. He needed shelter, and he desperately needed it soon. Whatever he might really be, right here, right now, he was just a physically barely dressed 11-year-old boy slowly dying of exposure to the natural elements. He needed much thicker, warmer layers of clothing. Much thicker, warmer layers of clothing were vital to his future survival. He could see a flickering light through some trees. Although the rain was stinging his eyes, he could not risk being turned away. He had to get his act together and quickly and start thinking smarter. He already knew he could not lie. For someone hunted on the run, that was a huge disadvantage. The three women looked in the cauldron, inhaling the ever-thickening mystic fumes that translated the wishes of the higher evil beings. The messages were not always clear. Someone was coming, someone important. The dark High Lord of all evil void tried to impress his will on their addled, broken minds. It was still trying to make sure its cheat on the bet against the Lord of Evil Chaos was working okay. It decided to contact some of its nearby occult worshippers to make sure things ran smoothly in its favour. All they had to do was help the Sin Eater survive and help the kidnapped angels stop the war that would destroy the world. Because if the world was destroyed that way, then the Lord of all Evil Chaos would win his bet, and the Lord of all Evil Void would lose again. It tried its best to make it clear as it could the one simple thing they must not do, the one thing they must never do no matter what. He forced through layers of reality one simple order above all others. It seemed just a little more difficult than usual, as reality layers seemed a tiny bit thicker than normal. Do not kill him. It was the one thing they must get right above all else. Do not kill him. The witches were loyal to their master of darkness. They lived only to please and praise his evil will. They were also very high on mystical addictive drugs, and their brains had been damaged from decades of such magical chemical abuse. So the message came across as faded and indistinct to their shattered minds. "Sisters," two of them shouted and cackled to their leader. "What is our master's bidding?" "I'm trying to see through the thick veil," the head witch moaned. "I'm just trying to make out its mighty dark will." "Tell us, sister," the other two cried, waving more vapour over themselves. "Tell us our master's bidding." "It says," the head witch cried. "Yes, yes," cried the other two. "It commands," cried the head witch. "Yes," cried the others. "I barely hear its word through the dense ether of all time and space." "Yes, yes," the other two cried again. "He commands." "Oh, but it's so very faint. His dark lordship commands us. But I hear three mighty words of pure, truest evil. Do kill him." "We will obey," cried the other two. In the other realms, the High Lord of all evil void sat back. They're done. Simple, he thought. Trying to cheat this bet was turning out to be fairly simple, it smirked to itself. 4 simple words. Even those thick idiots could not possibly get just 4 simple words wrong. In another part of the Dark Realms, the High Lord of all evil order, the third part of the Triumvirate of all evil, who was not even part of this original bet, but had thickened the barriers out of random spite, also smirked. I've always told him that using drugged up worshippers was a very stupid idea. Drugs made people thick, and thick people made stupid mistakes. It gleefully enjoyed its feeling of superiority over all the drug takers of the multiverse, while it sat and planned, simultaneously getting slightly squiffy on some yet more glasses of distilled soul wine. You never catch me being that stupid, it chuckled as it took yet another sip from yet another intoxicating glass. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to also post text versions on Vocal Media and on Medium once I've done a bit of editing. And Chapter 7 will come, if enough people watch this video. Thank you. Bye.